Speaker. As about TJ says, it is more dangerous to check what is on your right than on your left today, because people overtake. You expect that people will be overtaking on your right because we drive on the left. We are left. It's called what? Right-hand drive cars, and we keep left on our roads. But people overtake from the left, from your right, join the roads from every other corner, overtake at all manner of places, including blind spots, Honorable Speaker. Passengers on motorcycles, and you'll be shocked, Honorable Speaker. Somebody the other day narrated to us in the House Business Committee how he witnessed 3 policemen, and shockingly, traffic policemen, spying on passengers on a boda. Those are the people who are supposed to be enforcing the law to make sure that every boda has one pylon passenger, Honorable Speaker. But you find policemen are the ones flouting the same laws, Honorable Speaker, that they are supposed to be enforcing. Therefore, that tells you the need to have proper legislation and to ensure that the same laws that are there are enforced, Honorable Speaker. Because, Honorable Speaker, if we allow the chaos that are in the public sector today to continue, and you've seen, Honorable Speaker, I saw sometime last year or early this year, the hue and cry that was there over a matatu that was said to be owned by a son of a prominent politician in this country. One matatu. And it becomes very fashionable to bash that one matatu, a thing that was plying either the Gong or Rongai route, not even knowing whether it was owned by the son to the president, because it was said it was owned to the son of the president, who is a student, by the way, who is in school. But because that was being sold as that, everybody on social media was there admonishing. Remember, last year, Honorable Speaker, I saw an incident where a lady collided, I think, with a boda somewhere in Kitengela. And Kenyans will recall the chaotic scenes of her car being vandalized by other boda riders, her being assaulted, including police officers who were in the vicinity being stoned as they tried to protect that driver, Honorable Speaker. That chaos, that scenario of chaos cannot be allowed to continue being so. But we have a duty as leaders to also protect the livelihoods of our young people who are making an income out of the boda sector. And we must protect them. And that is why, Honorable Speaker, I want to agree with Honorable TJ Kajwang that the Committee on Transport and Infrastructure in this House must take it upon themselves, one, to make sure that there is proper order in the public transport sector, not just bodas, the matatu sector. Many of us miss the Michuki days, and I hope CS Davis Chirchir is listening. It took the late CS Michuki less than 2 weeks to create order in what was otherwise a very disorderly sector. But after Michuki left us, we are slowly creeping back to the old days. I remember in my village, we had small matatus we used to call ngovis. Small Mitsubishi Colts that would carry close to 30 people. But with Michuki rules, that Colt was only licensed to carry 12 people. Now we have Nissan matatus. They were called ngovi. Or tongovi. I may not know what it means in other communities, Honorable Speaker, from your reaction and that of Honorable TJ Kajog, it probably has another connotation where you come from. Yeah. But it's because there were very rickety cars and small, and we used to be packed there like sacks of potatoes. But when the former Minister Michuki came in and created order to ensure that we had safety belts, but today, Honorable Speaker, just get into any matatu. How many matatus have safety belts today? How many of them adhere to the speed limits that were set? Yet every day, Kenyans are crying over accidents and losing their families and relatives and friends through road accidents. Sadly, Honorable Speaker, I'm told only this week or last week, there was a headline in one of the dailies where now boda accidents have overtaken all other forms of accidents in terms of fatalities. Bodas are killing more Kenyans and maiming many more than matatus, more than buses, more than trains, more than aeroplanes, Honorable Speaker. We have a responsibility to do that which is right but may not be popular, to protect the lives and livelihoods of our young people. Because the people who are dying out of these boda accidents are not old people, Honorable Speaker. It is young people who are the riders. It is other young people who are passengers, Honorable Speaker. Not to say that older people are not dying from these accidents. Sadly, today I remember the late Honorable Hassan Kulo, the late Member of Parliament for Banisa. The people of Banisa constituency today do not have a representative and have stayed without a representative for close to a year now. Why? Out of a motor accident occasioned by a boda. Why? Because we don't adhere to the rules that are there. You are carrying, I remember the case of the late Honorable Kulo. I think it was gas cylinders or some cylinders that were, or mitungis that were tied onto the border on both sides. And it's actually the luggage or whatever cylinders that were tied to the boda that hit him and led to his death, Honorable Speaker. That may be a member of parliament, and we may think, Honorable Speaker, or probably Honorable Boni Khalwale may imagine that he cannot get to him because he's a member of parliament. He has a privilege of having a big car. But you never know, Honorable Speaker. We all walk on these roads. We drive on the same roads with the same boda riders. If we do not create order, we will only have ourselves to blame. We must not wait for that time of regret. We must do that which is right. Have laws that will regulate the entire public transport sector, Honorable Speaker. Look at our trains, Honorable Speaker. At times, you only thank God during rush hour on some routes, I don't want to name many of those routes, where passengers are even riding on top of the train, not in the train, not hanging on the train, on top of the train. And you imagine in some places, the train goes through tunnels and bridges. And people have to keep ducking as it goes through the bridge. Where is order, Honorable Speaker, in this sector? Do we still have a cabinet secretary in charge of this sector? Yet we have a whole state department in charge of transport. How many Kenyans know who the PS for transport is? Honorable Speaker. I am certain if I asked even members here who the principal secretary in charge of transport is, they do not know. You can hear members asking. That is why we miss the late John Mishuki. How I wish Honorable Senator Khalwale would get the balls of the late Honorable John Mishuki. But we live to do what is right, and I do pray that the Committee of Transport and Infrastructure, which the Honorable TJ Kajwang is a ranking member of, will act to make sure that we have order in the entire sector, Honorable Speaker, so that when we speak about telematics in traffic control in Nairobi and other urban centers, systems alone will not deal with the problem. It has to be systems and our own habits as we drive, as we walk, as we ride on these roads, Honorable Speaker. But if we, whatever manner of traffic control systems that we put in the city and other areas, if we do not have the discipline to use them, Honorable Speaker, they will all be investments in futility and a waste of public resources unless we change our attitudes, our behavior, and ensure that all this public sector modes of transport from boda.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, guys. The Gift TV. We are back here again with the news for you, guys. Today was Parliament session, and pale mkiweza watch hiyo video from mwanzo hadi mwisho, you've seen what Kimani Ichungwa amesema. Kimani Ichungwa is in support hii motion ya mambo ya motorcycle zitolewe. So according to Ichungwa alikuwa ana support hiyo issue, hao watu watolewe, reason being wana violate traffic rules. Sasa swali ni that might be the truth na hiyo inawezekana, but shida ni, do you know that hao watu wenye wanaendesha mapikipiki hiyo ndio kazi yao hiyo ndio source of income ya hao watu wanaendesha pikipiki. Anakumbuka kitu kama hiyo, ama ye ako tu in support hiyo asukume hiyo motion so that mambo na pikipiki iondolewe. Hawa watu after that will happen because hao ndio wako kwa power, they will propose, then hiyo kitu itaendelea na itolewe. Sasa swali ni hawa jamaa wataenda wapi? Sasa hapa ndo ita create opportunity ya kukuwa na wezi, because hakuna kitu inawa keep busy, hakuna kitu inawa keep busy kama hiyo yenye ilikuwa inawa keep busy isha nini. So where will these all people work? So before waongelee hii motion inafaa wa keep in mind na wajiulize all those questions, and if there is answers for all those questions they can then proceed, ndio tujue itakuwa aje before waendelee na hiyo proceeding yao ya hiyo motion. Before waendelee nayo we need answers, where and what will these all people will be doing after wamesha demolish hiyo nini, after wameshatoa hiyo nini, hiyo rule yao, wameshaweka hiyo rule yao na hao watu wamekosa kazi. So thank you very much, guys. Keep on subscribing to the Gift TV. In case you've subscribed, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that whenever we post any video, you be the first person to watch. And after watching, try to view and always comment, then share. Thank you very much, guys.